against it today. We know we are, you know, and the only thing we have, we always say, the Dublin home is very, very hard to beat. When you get them out of the city, they don't bring that really an awful lot with them. We are hoping.
Two very, very good sides, and they're very evenly matched, so it's going to be very tight, I do believe.
The match today taking place here in Tipperary with the home team St Michael's taking on the defending champions Sheriff YC of Dublin. Once again, Alan Cawley, our match pundit for today's game. Afternoon, Alan. You looking forward to this game?
I am looking forward to it, Aidan. Yeah, I really am. Obviously, we were in Limerick yesterday for the first semi-final, but I think this is the biggest game of the weekend. In fairness, we have the defending champions, obviously against the pretenders to the throne, so, because St Michael's are well fancied as well. So, really looking forward to the game. Good conditions, it's a little bit breezy, but nice conditions. The pitch looks well too.
We know a fair bit about Sheriff, them being the defending champions, but tell us a bit about St Michael's. They've knocked at the door many a time, but never got through it.
Yeah, they've knocked at the door, but I think they're really in shape this year to maybe, if someone is going to make the breakthrough, I think they're best positioned to do that. And obviously I think it's going to be a very tough game for Sheriff coming down here as well, travelling away. St Michael's will be well supported too, but they're a very experienced side, the lad at the back, Walsh and Breen, good partnership, like lots of junior international caps between them. And Sheriff have a very good front line, so I think that's going to, where the winning and the losing of the game is going to be, how well both Walsh and Breen deal with Keith Dunn, who's been banging in goals for Sheriff, so it'll be interesting to see how that develops. It's all on the day, as we know, semi-finals, like it's a tough call, in fairness, two strong sides, so it's all on the day. Whoever performs best on the day will go through.
Alright, well, we're about to see what happens, kick off momentarily, but first let's join our match commentator Bernard O'Toole and see how the teams line up for today's second semi-final of the FAI Junior Cup.
Well, St Michael's of Tipperary go with their traditional 4-4-2 formation. That back four of Chris Higgins, Paul Breen, James Walsh, the captain, and Brian Buckley, all junior international players. Indeed, Paul Breen is the current junior international player of the year. Just ahead, Russell Quirk, top goal scorer. Himself and Jimmy Carr looking to give some support to Pat Quinn up top. Well, Sheriff YC went all the way to the final and won last year. It wasn't a good day out at the Aviva Stadium, though, for David Brown, who was sent off in that final. They go with a 3-5-2 formation. No doubt the main men up front are Keith Dunn and Anto Kane. Paul Murphy and Stephen Murphy, brothers, start today. Stephen Murphy, their other brother, starts on the bench for Sheriff YC. Experienced referee in charge today, Tom Tully, taking charge this semi-final. Sheriff YC aiming for 3 FAI Cup titles in a row. A place at the Aviva Stadium in the FAI Junior Cup final, and a meeting with Ballynanty Rovers up for grabs, and we're underway in the second semi-final in Clonmel. Early clearance there, knocked away. Both sides, of course, do line out and play in their green and white stripes. Sheriff YC getting the nod for the official colours today. St Michael's change strip of blue and yellow, as you can see there. O'Neill claiming he was fouled. Referee says no, play will continue. Breen deals that one well. O'Neill will head it back towards Kane. Dunn, good play by Sheriff. They've got in behind here. Dunn, 1-on-1 with the goalkeeper. He did really well to smother it down as Keith Dunn was bearing down on goal, but off his line quickly. And averting the danger was Aaron Wall. Free kick on this occasion goes the way of Sheriff. Ticking away towards the half-time break. And it's a free kick in a good area for Sheriff. Free kick given away by James Walsh. Well, standing right in front of the goalkeeper, trying to put off Aaron Wall, is Anto Kane, making things very, very difficult for Wall as he lines up as Wall. Free kick taken, which goes into the wall, and it's gone behind for a corner kick. Finishing the half on the front foot are Sheriff. Plenty of big men up from the back. Not long to go till the half-time break. Are we going to be scoreless at half-time, or can Sheriff hit the front as that one is sent towards the back. Kane sends it back across, and it's just gone over. And there is the half-time whistle. It took extra time and penalties in the first FAI Junior Cup semi-final of the weekend. And at half-time in Clonmel, no closer to knowing who's going to advance to a big day out at the Aviva Stadium. St Michael's of Tipperary 0, Sheriff YC 0 at half-time.
John Delaney, nice to see you. What has you down these parts today?
Well, it's the FAI Junior Cup semi-final. I'll be a regular attender of junior matches anywhere around the country. But I played for St Michael's, and that would be my home club, if you like. That's where I grew up playing for. And obviously they're here today, so I have a special interest in the match. So
I guess you're here as a fan. What have you seen so far? It's been a frustrating first half, hasn't it?
It has been. The wind probably has destroyed the game a little bit. You know, the ball's been up in the air a bit. I suppose my heart said love St Michael's, my head says it's got to be fair. Let the best team win. But it's been a bit frustrating. But you know, I'll tell you, it's a tight game. I mean, Sheriff are a great side. They've won this tournament the last 2 years. They're not all Ireland champions for nothing. St Michael's have been knocking on the door for quite a while. So it's a bit tense, isn't it? I think both sides are finding their way a bit. Sheriff have been on top, I think. Few half chances. St Michael's goalkeeper's done very, very well. It's hard to call it, really hard to call it, honestly. We'll only know later on this afternoon.
Thanks, John.
Cheers, Ed. Thank you.
Well, the sun is out for the second half for either of these two sides to shine and book their place in the FAI Junior Cup final. Carr now on the ball. Being looked after by two players, but he's beaten one already and then draws the foul. And the referee may just go for the card here. Opts to not on this occasion. A foul come in from Paul Murphy. But this is going to be a free in a good area for St Michael's, who've certainly seen more of the ball. Still awaiting the first goal, but a free in a good area as Quirk and Carr look to orchestrate something special for St Michael's. Carr has left it for Quirk's right boot, and as it's sent in, it's evaded everybody in there. Delivery wasn't the worst, but just nobody taking a chance as Buckley and Walsh tried to get on the end of it. But that man pulling the strings and seeing more of the ball, which I'm sure was the instruction at half-time. Throw in taken. Well, certainly the home fans starting to really believe that their side could be going to the Aviva Stadium. It took extra time and penalties to separate Ballynanty Rovers and Collinstown in the first FAI Junior Cup semi-final of the weekend. We may just be here for extra time with this one as well. Inside the final 10 minutes, or maybe not. It was a late goal that won it, as Buckley has an effort and he scores! Brian Buckley, the veteran fullback, back at the club. And he may have just booked his team a place at the Aviva Stadium. A deft little lob, a special moment and a big moment. Peter Halpin beaten. Sheriff had all sorts of trouble, and it's St Michael's who have taken the lead. Well, look at this here, not too many options up ahead, and the finish of a centre forward from the fullback, absolutely superb by Brian Buckley. Left-footed finish over the goalkeeper, no chance, and well may they celebrate. That's a really bad challenge. Carr's down, and there's a bit of afters as well, and it's a red card. Red card dished out straight away to Paul Murphy, the captain. Referee not happy with the challenge. Murphy diving in here on Jimmy Carr. And Murphy's day is over. And as we said, a history of sending off. In the semi-final last year, it was David Brown who saw red. Losers in the final in 2000, 2002, 2010 and 2011. Once winners back in 1974. Lost to Pike Rovers and Fairview Rangers and Portmarnock in recent years, but they're heading back to the Aviva Stadium. Full-time whistle goes. Sheriff are out of the competition that they have dominated for the past 2 years. The holders of last year and the year before won't be going to the Aviva Stadium. It will be an all-Munster affair between Ballynanty Rovers, who won last night against Collinstown, and another Dublin team making their exit here today. A moment of magic from Brian Buckley sends St Michael's of Tipperary all the way to the Aviva Stadium in May. Full-time score, St Michael's of Tipperary 1, Sheriff YC with 2 players sent off, 0.
So at full time here, it's a win for the home team, St Michael's, and we're now presenting the Man of the Match award from Noel Fitzroy to the Man of the Match, Brian Buckley. Congratulations, Brian.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you.
So well done. You've won, and it was thanks to you. What a goal.
Yeah, look, I don't score many. It's my second of the season, I think, but it was one of those games where it was going to be either a piece of magic or a mistake. Settled it, and fortunately for us and for me, it was a piece of magic. So
And it was pretty much the only chance in the second half.
yeah, I think that the win spoiled the game. You can see in the first half what a good side Sheriff are, and they took advantage of that, to be fair. But we knew going in at half time, having battled in the first half, that we hadn't played. And if we're honest, looking back at them, we probably still haven't played our best football. But one thing about this team is they're dogged and they'll fight till the end.
And you have a Junior Cup final to look forward to.
Yeah, fantastic. I've been lucky enough to win 4 of them already. So I'm going for number 5, and I can play against St Michael's in 2 finals and beat them. But they're a fantastic bunch of lads. That's the reason I came out here, because I've played with many of them with the junior international team, and was delighted to be asked to come out. And we look forward to the 25th of May now in the Aviva.
We look forward to seeing you there. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Well done, Brian.
Thank you.
Alan, if you'd like to come in and join us. So it was that goal that was the difference. We thought we might see a goal. We thought we might see more extra time, more penalties, but not to be.
Yeah, it was a pretty drab affair, let's be honest, Aidan. It was a poor enough game as a spectacle, but it was a moment of magic that was going to win it, and in fairness to Brian, he produced that with an absolutely fantastic goal, and you heard him there himself in the interview. He's over the moon, and of course St Michael's now they go on to the final against Ballynanty, so it's going to make for a great occasion as well.
They've been there before many times, beaten finalists in both 2010 and 2011.
Yeah, they have, and in fairness to them, you have to say Sheriff have been great champions as well. Not only last year, of course, they won it the year before too. So they'll obviously bow out of the competition. They will be disappointed at this stage, but they can look back on their achievements with huge kind of honour and prestige as well. But it's all about St Michael's now and on to the final, and it was a tough day for them. In fairness, they didn't play great in the first half. They were probably under a lot of pressure in that first half. They rallied a bit in the second half. They improved their performance, not hugely, I would have to say, but who cares? It's all about getting to the final at this stage, and that's what they've done.
Alright, thanks Alan. That's what we look forward to, the final in the Aviva Stadium. There will be a new name on the trophy. It's an all-Munster final. We'll see you then on the 25th of May.